Show me vulnerable.
One. Boom.
Boom.
Kapow.
I wasn't in full screen mode.
Zoinks.
Welcome, everyone,
Jinkies.
to Live Connection Podcast number 82 with the gaming news you can use and the Peter you can abuse. On today, on today's,
I didn't approve. I didn't sign off on that part.
Oh,
you
yes,
gave me
Well,
free.
You never stopped us. You never stopped us before.
That's true. Yeah.
why I
How's
get upset.
everyone doing this fine Sunday morning? I know how Grayden's
Pretty
doing,
good.
but how's everyone else
Yeah.
doing?
I'm alive.
Appreciating coffee.
I'm tired, but it's all good.
That's good.
I'm glad I woke up. I didn't set any alarms. So I woke up at 9:30, and then I was like, oh, sweet, I'll podcast in an hour and a half. And then I just didn't set any alarms last night, and I got up, was like, oh, it's 10:59, time to walk the 10 feet from my bedroom to the office.
That must have been
Here
tough.
you are.
Yeah,
We have
but,
arrived.
you know.
Well, to start us off, we have some new games coming out this week. Just a few, but some decent mentions. We have Little Nightmares 2 coming out on February 11th on all platforms. We have Gal Gun Returns, which I have no clue what that is, but it seems interesting. It's coming out on PC and Nintendo Switch. And then we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury coming out on February 12th. So some decent mentions this week.
I'm sure Mario's the Mario game will get a ton of coverage.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think any Mario game gets a ton of coverage. I think it just as soon as you see Mario in the title, it's like, oh, media's like, oh. What is this?
Have you guys seen gameplay for Gal Gun Returns?
No, I haven't.
I'm pretty sure Galgun's an anime, so it's who knows? Who knows what it's like?
It won't be what you expect. I didn't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Well, now I gotta friggin' look at this.
Okay. Well,
Galgun 2? Is
It
that what it is?
seems-
Sorry?
Gal Gun Returns.
Return.
It seems to be a rail shooter.
Huh?
What is it called?
yeah, yes,
Visual novel, maybe,
yes.
where you shoot girls with, I don't know, love.
From the Wikipedia page, Galgun is a Japanese Bisoujo rail shooter game developed by Inti Creates and published by Alchemist. Bisoujo is a type of Japanese video game centered on interactions with attractive girls. So,
All right, maybe I'll pick the game up and I'll come back next week with a review.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
absolutely.
They have like those, you know, when you like the kapows or like in like fighting games and shit like that. They have in this one ecstasy shot. There's a few others that I saw in here that are just fucking. Oh my god, this is hilarious. This is like
it's not what I was expecting it to be, but like, hey, it knows what it is and it is what it is. So
the only game I'm looking forward to. My most anticipated game of the year is Super Seducer 3. Whenever it manages to break light and come out.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but I forgot to mention, like a month ago or something, Richard on his YouTube channel announced that was his last video that he was putting out on YouTube.
He's done?
Oh.
Richard.
Yeah, well,
What do you mean he's done? How can he do that to us?
Yeah.
I mean,
He'll come
he's
back.
He's not done, but it's his last video on YouTube. because
he'll always
the-
come back.
The algorithm doesn't support what I want to do, and it just doesn't do enough for me, and all this.
I mean, the algorithm doesn't support what you do.
Well, he
Super
released a
Seducer
video
3
like
has a
couple
release
months.
date.
What? When?
Oh my gosh.
February 15th. Next Monday.
What?
Is it on the
8
next?
days
Is it on the
away.
next?
Wow.
I've never seen Jarrod type so fast.
Wow, that is news to me. It was announced like a month ago.
Metacritic- Metacritic doesn't
We're
even-
ready for that midnight release, boys.
Yep.
Metacritic doesn't even consider it a game. It's like the week of 15th to 21st is one game, and it's not Super Seducer. So now I gotta add that to my list. Super Seducer 3 coming out. Super
Can't
Seducer
believe that should have been all over the headlines.
It should have been.
3. 15.
I can't believe that was top news. Wasn't top
God,
news.
that's fucking. I'm so disappointed in Metacritic. Who the hell do they think they are?
And local TV station should be reporting this.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause-
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Breaking news: Super Seducer 3 coming out. The shitty thing is
Incredible.
we can't, because we have to do that kind of game in person, right? So we can't do that until we can be in person again. So for us, the release date doesn't even matter. We can't even capitalize on this opportunity.
I would
Like,
say out of
screen
any,
share.
it wouldn't be terrible for screen sharing.
We'd have to
Type
try it
deal.
out. They'd do some tests. But yeah, you're probably right.
Try
Of
it
all
out
the
with
games to
one or
screen
two.
share.
I did
What
play.
if we,
the other day, I did use Discord to screen share and play a Jackbox game with some people, and it worked out pretty
How'd that
decent.
go?
It wasn't bad at all. There's no latency, and the game audio came through nicely, so it wasn't horrible.
Nice. Well, maybe then.
Because it's not like we're making out during the videos there. We're not like, yeah, come here. You know, we're just.
You
It's
weren't
about our
there.
reactions.
You weren't there when Richard launched the nukes in Super Seducer 3 or Super Seducer 2. They got hot and heavy inside that that room.
Yeah.
But did you guys?
It's crazy. We originally recorded Super Seducer in parents' mom and dad's basement. That's how long ago that we originally did it.
That game
Oh,
has
yeah.
like a special place in Live Connections history.
How far we've come.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's taught
That
me
I was
everything
there.
I know.
I was there during the recording, and then I had to rewatch the entire 2 games while editing it. I saw
You're
a lot
well
of Richard's face.
acquainted.
Yeah, I'm too well acquainted. I have some PTSDs that it's gonna quickly return.
Yeah, like an old friend.
But think of the knowledge you've gained from watching it twice.
You can seduce anyone, according
Yeah.
to Evan. Like Evan said, you can seduce man, woman, child.
That's right. That's right.
I think that's a quote.
Because I remember I was like, do I keep that in? What are the where's the line?
Well,
Oh, good stuff.
but yeah, I can't wait. Super
Yeah,
Seducer 3.
that's some good news there.
Mm-hmm.
We're all about bringing good news here on Live Connections Sunday morning podcast.
We'll just record it in Peter's backyard. We're allowed to have outdoor gatherings starting like next week or something.
I think we're allowed to have outdoor gatherings now.
Oh,
we?
yeah?
I ain't going outside.
I'm
right
pretty
now.
sure.
it's
I'm pretty
cold.
sure the
Yeah,
10-person
it's
outdoor
cold.
gatherings is allowed right now.
It's cold as
Negative
fuck right now.
16 right now. Fuck that.
We just got to buy a projector, and all of the city can enjoy Super Seducer 3.
Wow.
There you go.
A drive-in live connection viewing.
No, we need it like the bat signal, so it's just beaming up into the sky. Everyone can see it, no matter where they are.
It's like the
What
some
a public
places.
nuisance that would be.
Some people have the
Richard
Aurora
staring down.
Borealis. Other people have us playing Super Seducer 3 in their skies.
The Lord Richard staring down upon the citizens of Calgary,
Man.
seducing them. All of them.
Men,
It's
women,
funny,
and
yeah.
children.
I think in the 24 years that I've been alive and living in this city, I've seen the fucking Northern Lights once. And if we get the Super Seducer signal, I'll never see them again. Too bright.
Bobby was showing me a photo of the Aurora Borealis because up by her place they actually get like the full blown thing, or she lives,
Nice.
or she lived in Saskatchewan, and it was pretty. Like that's insane. Like we get the like I'm with Jai. I think I've seen it once or twice here in Calgary, but it's like a little streak across the sky. It's like so hard to see and minor. It's ridiculous. And then, but there it was like the full sky was just boom, different colors and
Yeah, what we see here, we're still like, wow.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's a couple times, like out where I live, I was outside indulging, and I saw a few good
Damn.
shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad out here.
No,
You
but
know,
I'm
we have
talking.
some
I'm
neighbors
talking
up
with
in-
them. I'm talking with them. It was
like-
like the full blown like that. That's all you saw was the Aurora
like the
Borealis.
Skyrim
Yeah, exactly.
skybox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They also get it's dark enough out by here that they get that whole like here we'll get lots of stars right out when we get outside the city, but there they'll get like the actual like you know how you can see like the galaxy kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it almost looks like there's like stars and then like the dust around it. They get to see like all that. It's really cool.
nebulas and
Stardust.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
you know
the Milky Way and whatever.
that circles around to our last point, Jarrod, because you're with Bobby because Richard taught you how to seduce women so well. Probably.
Sure.
Should I bring her
Sure.
in here from the other room just to confirm that
Yeah.
theory?
Absolutely.
Ask her what
If you want.
ask her what she thinks about.
She's
I'll go get Heather.
she's writing a lab report for chemistry.
Well, this is more important, obviously.
Oh man.
Oh.
This is for the people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of game companies that are for the people that Peter's found out this week.
Yeah, we're talking about how only good news on the LC podcast. Well, sorry, here's a change. Here's some bad news. Multi-billion-dollar companies can't do gaming well for whatever reason. We had a couple examples of that this week. The first up is Google Stadia. As Kotaku actually put it quite well, after 14 months of being out, Google has decided it doesn't want to be a game company anymore. So it had 2 studios that had working on exclusive first-party games, and as of earlier this week, they're like, no, we're shutting those down. You see Steam over there? They're doing really well, and they're just a store, so let's do that. We're going to do that now. That seems like a good idea. But it's kind of just left Stadia with like, okay, so why should I use you? Why not just keep doing what I'm doing? This is like the only thing they had to potentially bring people in my mind is gone. They took it out because they thought it was a bad idea. And now, here we are. Does Stadia have a future?
Nope.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Stadia didn't have a future 14 months ago. I mean,
I was about to say.
I
They've
would
just
agree.
been
I don't
kind
think
of-
they started off very well to begin with.
Yeah, I think Stadia was kind of a laughing, the running joke for quite a while there.
If you can't
Even
get people, if you can't get people to use your online service while they're stuck at home with nothing else to do, you probably can't get them to use it the other, many moons that they're, just having a regular life. So
Yeah.
Stadia is fucked.
during their initial advertisement campaign, where they had like that dude and he was like, "Oh, Stadia," he had like the big hair. I had no idea what the fuck Stadia was. I had no idea what it was supposed to do. Like their advertisement campaign sucked balls. Like, I don't know, the dude was charismatic, but it didn't convey what Google Stadia was at all. And then, it just was a shitty service throughout.
For the longest time, I got what's that alternative to sugar that you put in coffee?
Aspartame.
Splenda?
Splenda? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Splenda, yeah.
Splenda, yeah.
Yeah, I got those confused. Stadia and Splenda. I was like,
I love putting
Give me
Stadia in my coffee in the morning.
I'm gonna go play some Google Splenda.
Oh fuck, sugar or game console. But you know what's funny about that? Like, at least they admit it, right? They take the F. They're like, whatever. We admit we're not good at this. Amazon, their optimism is immense. Like it goes beyond being. So as we know, Jeff Bezos is no longer CEO of Amazon. He stepped down. Right, he retired. He's doing his whole thing. So a new guy, Andy Jassy, came into play. He's the new CEO.
Jassy.
He was I believe customer interactions, like the VP the president of customer interactions, and he's now the CEO. And he outright said he's like, I know that it's been rough for us in the gaming industry, but I believe that gaming is the future of Amazon.
wow.
So they're gonna stick it out. They're going for it. They're like, Amazon Game Studios, we're going hard with this.
Now that he's CEO, it's like, my billions and billions. If I pump enough money into this, eventually we should do something good theoretically.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They could probably do it if they're willing to invest that.
Yeah, but so could Google. Like, Google's also a billion-dollar company that could probably, if they put enough money into it, decide to. But there comes a point where it's like, what's my strength and what's my weakness? Let's stick to my strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon Games is like had a especially shitty track record.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you
from the
pissed on
gaming-
Grayden off.
I didn't realize he was
There
a big
was
fan.
there
Oh,
was
damn.
20% of his battery left, and you sucked it all out by saying that.
That's the thing I don't get though. Like, why are people trying to make things that compete with what's already in the market? Why are you trying to compete with Steam? Why are you trying to compete with Sony and Microsoft? If you want to make games, it's profitable to make games. Just make them for what's already out there.
Yeah, there's
I don't see it. No one fucking uses Ouya anymore. Ouya went the way of the
forgot.
dodo bird quickly.
well, it's just like
Yeah.
you're right, Jack. It's like the consoles are out. If people aren't playing consoles, they're playing PC. They don't need another console choice. There's enough consoles to complement everything out there. So yeah, if you're to profit in just designing a really high quality game, could easily put your studio on the charts quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're trying to make another store, you see how gamers reacted to the Epic Game Store? Don't introduce another one. They'll lose their shit. They can't handle it.
Well,
And,
and
like, the only reason that went well is because of Fortnite. I'm gonna say
they've had some. I know I was reading the other day that they had a few they're having struggles now. So when they first did the whole free, like drawing new customers in, they have all their ones they currently have, but drawing new people in, because the biggest draw for the last like probably 10, almost a year for them was their free games, because they were bringing big name free games, like they were AAA title games, all this, and now they've completely dropped that off. Like they'll occasionally release a
Really?
title of notice, but the rest of them are kind of hit and miss titles.
is it like one a week or something like that? Do you know?
I believe I think it's one a week. I believe it's one a week. I get a new notification saying new free game from them a week, so I'm pretty sure it's once a week.
It's like 1 to 2 games, depending on how they feel.
Yeah. But like the AAA games have just like slowly they were like, hey, let's start strong, and without telling anyone, let's slowly start to stop this. We're losing too much money giving away these AAA games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that some people are like launching their games on Epic Games to begin with because Epic has given them a good deal. Like I know Red Hook is launching the beta for Darkest Dungeon 2 on Epic exclusively for the first little bit, and they've said the full game will be available on other platforms just like the original was, but they must have gotten a great deal from Epic because that is a very anticipated game. Like that was probably a huge seller on Steam. People loved that game.
And I think like Hitman 3, that's a total exclusive to Epic on PC as well. Like they've definitely they're providing really good deals for developers, and that's a huge plus for them. That's
They did just pass that big milestone, didn't they? They were like one of the few billion-dollar game companies, and like producing, I forget what it was. There was a money milestone they hit that was a big milestone. But like I have no doubt, like the store itself launched rough, but they have enough, the company, you can salvage it. It's going to be tough because Steam has such a grip in the industry for that kind of stuff, right? That it's like it's tough. But I mean, look at other channels. Like, yes, I don't think Netflix has really lost any kind of traction with all these other platforms, like enough to make note of. With all these other platforms launching their streaming services, but they're slowly getting better and better, the streaming services around them, right? So it's going to get tougher for Netflix to keep up with that kind of stuff. The same thing goes with the game industry. Like Steam has had a grip on the at least PC gaming industry for years,
decades probably.
Yeah, and now you actually have some competition. So it'll be interesting to see if Epic, a company as large as Epic, can sway people enough and get companies on their side so they can start launching more notable games like that one, Jack, to really push their whole platform.
Yeah, I don't get why these companies are trying to like carve their own little space in the ecosystem when it's just so competitive, so intense. It's just such high risk, high reward, I guess, but like good luck. Almost go win the lottery too.
You'd almost see better right now. I don't know how the logistics behind all this would be, but you'd be almost better as a large game company to maybe like make a little offshoot, quote unquote, indie company for indie games. Like don't have, they're not necessarily like they're not necessarily just like one person like me going, oh, I'm going to produce a game, but it's like, hey, like let's say Amazon, for example, they literally just start up a small little company and they just throw a little bit of cash that way, and they're like, hey, let's make some indie games from this company and get in that way. That way, it's like, you're breaking into the market, but you're doing it in a less notable way, and people will find out that they're connected at some point. But you're almost better to do that than try to directly compete platform to platform wise. Especially since indie games are kind of the way a lot of games are. That's really big right now, is indie gaming right now.
Peter did it before it was cool.
I think
I did.
I think ultimately, I think what it comes down to is that people or developers must be getting a great fucking deal from Epic Games to be like, oh yeah, we're just not going to do Steam, or we're going to like make Steam not a priority. Because people are right, Steam is absolutely the consumer friendly choice, like by a country mile. So like, what is Epic giving these developers other than saying, hey, we're not going to take as much money as Steam does? Are they like what else is Epic doing behind the scenes that make developers be like, okay, this is worth the risk, this is worth the backlash from the community? Because people fucking hate the Epic Games store.
I was gonna say the only thing I could think of that would, at least if I was being approached by it, is a insurance guarantee, where it's like, if like we're putting you're a AAA title company or like a big game company, and you're like, we're gonna shift our whole platform just to Epic, they would almost have to be willing to cover the cost if you lost money on the game, right? Like,
I did a quick little check, and Epic usually takes about 5 to 12% of game sale revenue from developers, while Steam has traditionally takes about 30%. So that's a significant, that's a significant bit of revenue taken.
But even then, it's like, that's a good. I feel like that's a better draw for smaller game design, like indie companies and indie groups and people who are making smaller games. But for the bigger companies, I mean, I get it. Yes, the money expense helps too, but it's like they also risk more than that. Like, and you're risking your game not selling enough copies, right? Even if you're getting more money per sold copy, it's just, is it gonna make up? Is that more money per copy gonna make up for the overall amount of copies sold on that platform?
Exactly. Yeah. So you'd have to have someone like really crunching the numbers back at the office, because I don't know. I have no clue what it would be. I would imagine that your revenue is going to be higher with Steam, regardless, because it has such a wide viewer base or user base. But the
frequency of Steam sales,
for sure. And is Epic like, who's actually using Epic Games?
A lot of people now, I think.
Yeah, but
I have it literally for the free games.
I have it installed, and I have gotten free games, and I still haven't played any of my free games that I've gotten.
I haven't played any of them either, but I have them.
I just have downloaded them.
I will say we're a biased sort because we're primarily console players, so I mean, we don't really go out of our way to play console or PC games.
I'd say I'm the exception to that a little bit. I have quite a large PC library on my computer.
I bet I have a bigger Steam library than you.
Yeah, well, I also buy games that are worth like 25 a year games, so.
I didn't. Oh, okay. The dick measuring competition.
It is a dick measuring competition. I know how many indie games you fucking have bought on Steam.
In like 20.
They're not all indie games. It's
Not
just
all of them.
Steam likes to put out games for $5.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
I'm
Any
not even gonna
spring or
open
summer
Steam.
sale, they're woo.
yeah.
Like,
They put out the game for $5. Steam gets $2. The developer gets $3. Seems fair.
The other thing to consider is like Origins, I think it is. They have their platform. It's through EA. I believe EA owns.
oh
them,
yeah, I was thinking Ubisoft.
Because like I just remember like you can get Sims 4. This is the only example I know of off the top of my head, but you can get like Sims 4 for like, you can get it on there, or you can get it on Steam, or you can do that. I feel like that's a better route to go, because like EA has like, hey, I don't know what the bonus is. I've never looked into what like the bonus of getting it through Origins is versus getting a game through a different platform for EA titles. There's probably some stupid thing where it's like, hey, get a free loot crate if you come through us. That might be ambitious for them.
You get one of the 30 DLC.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, I feel like Epic Games isn't doing that. They're doing like, hey, we're gonna do this for our games, but now we're gonna fucking take other people's games too and put it on our platform. It's just gonna be a battle. I still think Steam's gonna reign superior for some time, but you might be surprised. Depends what companies they get for Epic Games.
I think the competition between Epic and Steam is good. It incentivizes Steam to actually step up their game and like progress, because they've just been stagnant for so long. They're on top. They've just continued to be on top. They had no reason to change.
Yeah, the one thing I will be curious to see if Epic can compete with is how big the sales are on Steam. Like Steam summer sales, they're a large percent off a lot of their games. Like it's ridiculous, some of the games and prices you can get things for.
I don't look at the summer sales anymore, so I don't spend money.
Yeah, see, that's the dangerous thing is if you look, you're just getting sucked in.
I check like weekly the Switch eShop and the Microsoft like Xbox store, so I don't need more sales to try and look for. I'm okay.
Steam. I'd be surprised if Steam drops off. But yes, competition's always good. I feel like that's for every industry. You need that competition to keep companies going. Just look what happened to Bethesda with open world games. They slowly dropped off because nothing was pushing them, and now people slap them, and hopefully that they learned.
I think their biggest problem is that they didn't release Skyrim enough times.
They didn't release it on the. I haven't seen a Series X release of Skyrim, and I'm really fucking disappointed.
I'm waiting.
It looks good on Series X. 60 frames. It actually is like it feels nice, but I mean that goes without saying. That's any game.
In 10 fucking years, we're gonna get a goddamn Skyrim remake. I swear to God. Remake the whole game from the ground up.
I would hope they remake Oblivion or Morrowind before they make.
I think there's rumors of a remake for Oblivion coming. I believe that was in the grapevine.
They should just do a Mass Effect where they just package them all together.
No. Listen, Peter. From their experience, if you release one game on many consoles, people are gonna buy the game. Why are you gonna change something when you know it's gonna work?
I want value.
Peter, how many times have you bought Skyrim?
Twice.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Twice. Peter, what if I told you that if you were to buy the Skyrim Remastered Edition on Xbox for $50, that means you could get it on PC for $25 because you already purchased it before. What a deal!
Wow, thank you, Bethesda.
Peter,
looking out for the consumer.
You'll also get all the DLC.
Wow, just like
all
the last special edition.
No, this is more.
Whoa.
You get this is Skyrim plus the special edition of Skyrim.
Plus some buggy ideas they did, but they kind of scrapped at the end.
And we'll throw in the horse armor DLC from Oblivion.
Yes. Here's my $50.
Oh man.
Not Oblivion, just the horse armor DLC.
Which ironically you can't play without Oblivion, and that'll cost you another $47.
Mm-hmm.
That's not our fault.
No.
It's your fault.
Just buy Oblivion. I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah. Consumers are so selfish these days.
I
mean,
talking. I don't spend money.
Kind of talking about because you brought up their Mass Effect. There was some fucking big news in the Mass Effect world with the Legendary Edition. And
honestly, all I saw was a lot of butts and thumbnails.
They did say, so it's funny you bring that up because they did say that they're trying. The Mass Effect designers, they were like going through their game and they were like, there's a lot of scenes we recognize that were just like focused on someone's ass. Like there's that scene where Shepard and Miranda are walking in, and it's like you start at Miranda's ass and it like zooms outward towards the rest of the picture, but still
Shepard's just
at the focal point is just Miranda's butt. So apparently they've tried to like adjust some of the camera angles so it's not like that is the sole focus of the screen. I mean, I feel like,
Man.
but they did say.
Why do you care about the ass of a racist though? Like
It's true.
when that bomb went off, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna save Caden because I'm having sex with Liara.
No, that's Ashley.
anyways.
That's Ashley.
right, sorry.
Miranda's
Ashley, sorry.
Cerberus.
Right, I thought we were talking about the remake of Mass Effect 1.
No,
so
I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah.
All of the Mass Effects, they're adjusting butt angles so that it's not just focused on
Okay, yeah.
the girl's
Okay,
butt.
yeah, there's a lot of shots. There's a lot of shots of Miranda's ass. My mistake.
Yeah, it's like our most memorable part of the game.
Wow.
Of course it is.
Why would they change something that just works? All right, it just works.
amazing how sex sells.
I saw that the DLC for Mass Effect won't be in there because there's a corrupted source code.
It's the
Yeah,
one.
they really
It's one of the shittier DLCs from Mass Effect 1. One of the ones that got very bad, poor reception. They had
They're like, oh, we lost it. Oh no.
pretty
So
much.
if it's the DLC, that's fine. You know.
Oh,
They
man.
I'm
It's
just
a
trying
bummer,
to find.
but-
Hey, Jarrod, I just realized something. If
What?
we're gonna replay all 3 Mass Effects, we have to fight Liara's mom again.
We do, but that's actually one of the things I wanted to bring up. They improved among all the improvements. They, from what I've been reading and what I'm gathering, they changed the combat system in ME1 to match Mass Effect 3. So the combat system
Wow.
shouldn't be as shit as it was that made that fight so hard.
So wait, I'm gonna play Mass Effect 1. I'm like, yeah, this combat system's so crisp. Then I'm gonna go to Mass Effect 2. This is better than the original Mass Effect 1, but now it's worse than the new Mass Effect
No.
1. Then I gotta play 3.
I believe
and
they
then-
changed all of them to be the same type of gameplay.
Oh, gotcha.
Hmm.
Is it
Yeah,
really
they-
a remaster at that
Interesting.
point?
That's the thing is like this is a remaster, but it's also like it's borderlining a remake. The only thing that doesn't make it a remake is they didn't fully redesign things. They just added shaders, effects, and crisped up the HD, enhanced the HD depth footage and lighting. So they changed things. They didn't do quite what Resident Evil did, where they literally like redesigned the whole thing from like ground up.
I thought they were doing that with Mass Effect 1, but then just remastering the other 2 games.
No, it's my understanding that it's visual improvements on all, and then also gameplay improvements on combat gameplay improvements on all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna see less of a difference because they're not doing a ton to Mass Effect 3 from what I heard. It's gonna be fairly similar. It's just graphically, it's gonna look a little bit better on the new consoles. But for the most part, like they've changed quite a bit of things, and I think I'm super excited for it. The few thumbnails and pictures they've released so far has been pretty cool. They're adding in some new customizations for your character to make it a little more in depth. So when you're designing your character, it's not like here's your 5 choices of how to make Shepard look or female Shepard.
I
But
want my butt wet.
oh my god.
The Mass
Can I
Effect,
tell
I
you
saw a
the
comparison.
middle of my booty?
Saw a comparison between the original Mass Effect 1 FemShep and like the remake FemShep. I didn't realize how fucking bad the original FemShep looked. It's borderline unhuman. They look like a ghoul from Fallout. It's
So-
weird.
I was gonna say they look like the old Bethesda Fallout 3 female character design. That's literally what it looks like.
Yeah,
someone
she
made
looks
a-
so bad.
Someone made a comment that they're like, "Oh, I liked how the
Ew.
original one looked more natural." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, I don't know too many people that look like that.
Did a
Fucking
zombie write this?
Skeletor?
Oh. Yeah, they're also
The
they're
skeleton
increasing.
is beautiful, one.
What do they have? They're supporting ultra high refresh rates on both, so the frame rate will be a lot better on all 3 games for console and PC.
I would hope so.
They're having all DLCs except for that one that was the corrupt one, but I remember, I forget the name of it, but it was, I remember playing it and I'm being like, this was an absolute waste. It was the one where you go down, it's like a training camp. You do like training courses in Mass Effect 1. It was a DLC that was added in late by a third party producer.
Oh yikes!
So it was not good. I forget, there's one other thing they were.
It's corrupted because, like, when you're a student and you're sending your professor your paper, you corrupt it so they can't open it. You're like, oh man, I don't have it anymore.
Fuck, what happened? I'll send it tomorrow.
They did, which I was kind of sad about. They removed, like, I know I've played a pretty decent amount of the multiplayer with Eirk, and they're removing it entirely. So it is not supported on the remaster. It is completely taken out of the game, which is kind of nice for the single player story of Mass Effect 3, because to get the certain endings, you needed to get a certain galactic readiness, and then to get that galactic readiness, you needed to play the multiplayer to get it. So it's good and it's bad. I would have liked to have them keep it because it was a good mode. Like, I had a lot of fun playing with Eirk when we played the Mass Effect multiplayer, but I like that they're taking it out of the impact on the story, because it shouldn't impact your single player like experience, right?
Wasn't like it essentially like a horde mode of sorts?
Yeah, it was yeah, you just faced waves and you had to get through a certain amount of waves, and you could make it harder, easier, and in order to get like full galactic readiness, you need to do it on the hardest one and all that stuff. So it was I liked it, but it was I didn't like that the single player was focused, like you had to do it to get a certain ending. Otherwise you were stuck with the one ending and that was it. Too bad.
I think you guys and maybe 20 other people are the only ones who played the multiplayer. It was super not popular. Like, no.
Well, like,
I actually saw quite a few like Mass Effect fans played it.
When I played it on PlayStation, you could find matches like that. Like, there was almost no wait time every time you went into it. I feel like it was just not popular if you weren't a Mass Effect fan, because it added a lot to people who really enjoyed the game, for like seeing, being able to play with your friends and do something similar to it. I think what happened is it just, like I said, it pissed people off that you had to, like, if you weren't a multiplayer person, you had to play it to get the certain endings.
See, I have a very bad relationship with Mass Effect 3 because I fucked up the Mass Effect 2 ending. People died, even though I tried really hard for that not to happen. And then Mass Effect 3 comes along. And how I played all three games is I borrowed them from Eirk. And Mass Effect 3 was a game where like it had like the multiplayer code or whatever.
Online pass.
Yeah, online pass. And so I literally couldn't get the good ending of Mass Effect 3. It's just, if it wasn't even an option from the start.
Wow, hey, that's hilarious, because I also played the Mass Effect games from borrowing them from Eirk originally, and the exact same thing happened to me. I fucked up Mass Effect 2 so badly, and then I couldn't do anything in Mass Effect 3, and I still really enjoyed them, so that's a testament to how good the games are.
I only played through them once, so I'm excited when the remaster comes out to experience them again.
My favorite thing about Mass Effect 2 is, like, you have to to get the ultimate good ending. Everyone lives. You either have to be a complete fucking asshole and be renegade right through. You can make like one or two Paragon choices throughout the entire game.
No, you can't.
No, you can, because I've done it. You're talking to the guy who's played the game 5 times.
You guys have had this argument before. I don't need to hear it again.
No, there's one Mass Effect game where I made one renegade decision and I didn't get the good ending.
No, the thing is, if you don't use the renegade endings, you have to place certain people in the lineup in certain stages of the final mission. That is that is the workaround to not getting, especially the Miranda Jack conflict. That's usually the one that gets people. But
that was the one, because it isn't perfected. Like, I was like, oh, you made one decision way back when, and sorry, one of these people are gonna die now.
Did you do all the side missions, Grayden? Like every single thing? Did you talk to every person on Omega?
Well, I did it all.
Did you fucking strip mine every planet?
Yeah.
You have to?
No, because there's certain missions. There's certain missions that you have to find on those planets by finding signals.
Wow, what scum!
What do you mean, what scum? That's called exploring the game, Peter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go roam these empty planets for endless hours. What
I-
fun gameplay!
I love Peter's 100% correct. It's what a great mini game. Pull out the fucking scanner, shoot some probes at the planet. Oh, the ship can only hold 20 of the probes at a time. Time to go all the way back to a gas station, get more probes, fly all the way out into space again.
I liked it. Anyways, point being, I'm super excited for it. I'm very excited for the remaster. It's my most anticipated coming out.
I think
Is
Mass
there
Effect's a bad game
release on
series.
that?
What was that, Grayden?
Objectively.
Is there a release on that yet?
There, it's May. I
something.
pre-ordered it. It's like May 5th, somewhere early. I think it's the first half of May.
It's around the time where I'll be playing Resident Evil Village.
Peter, are you in love with 9'6" lady, Demetrius or whatever her name is?
May
I kind of have
14th.
an odd relationship with that because all ladies are like that for me. That's what we know. So it's like, yeah, internet. I don't know what you're going on about. Like, yeah, this. No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I like when you see
I
Mr.
do.
X
I get
standing
it.
next to him, and it's just like Mr. X is the child of her.
The
I like
internet.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't
like
know, the internet.
somebody put a picture of Pyramid Head next to her, and it was like he was first because apparently Pyramid Head is like 10 feet tall or something like that.
Damn.
They should have replicated
What
that
doesn't
in.
count with his fucking pyramid on his head.
That's
The
But-
actual
but it-
dude's like 5 feet tall.
But then her high heels and her
Hat.
big hat don't count.
Shut up.
Could you imagine if they made Pyramid Head in like Dead by Daylight actually 10 feet tall, and every time he'd go through the doorways, it'd have like a duck animation.
It'd be terrifying if he was like lumbering through these fucking forests.
Oh,
You gotta
man.
press a button to crouch, otherwise you just literally smack your head into doorways.
But they'd have to keep his walking speed the same, so it'd be like little shuffle footsteps. It's like when Eirk, when you lightly tap forward on the thumbstick as the survivor, and your feet do that quick little shuffle thing.
I was thinking it'd be like the Godzilla effect, where it looks like they're going really slow, but it's just because they're fucking huge.
Perspective.
Oh man. No, Resident Evil. That's gonna be a good one too. I'm excited for that.
I'm stoked.
Jarrod, I saw on Twitter you were inquiring about the Mass Effect like collector's edition.
Well, because BioWare had said that the only other supplier supplying it was Best Buy to supply like the legendary cache. So then I was like, oh, that's sweet, because I'd rather not pay for, because the shipping is like $40 US.
Small price for Mass Effect.
With shipping plus the collection in Canadian dollars is $242.
Oh!
So, like, but the helmet is fucking insane. I was watching like a thing about it, and it's crazy.
Do you know the last game that had a helmet as the collectible?
Yeah, but the difference between
That
them
was
and
one set. That was the GameStop set, the red one.
The red. We don't talk about the red one.
But this helmet is like I was watching someone do like an unboxing of it. I guess they got an early copy of it.
Scumbag.
But they were doing an unboxing of it. It's a freaking insane. Like the voice changes and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it's a very intuitive helmet. It's not just like a plastic piece of shit like Bethesda did for their Power Armor
See,
helmet.
that's definitely what I thought. I saw the image. I just saw this like helmet, and I was like, oh, okay, it's just another fucking throwaway collectible.
No, apparently they actually put some effort into it. So I've been super tempted, because if there's one game I would ever have collectibles for, I feel like that's the game. Like that is like the only game that I put that kind of time into. And so
Fallout?
I wouldn't say like Fallout I put
That's a good
time
point.
into. I put a lot of time in Fallout, but I wasn't as connected to the choices and like the game itself. Like I got a real connection with Mass Effect. I would play that game time and time again and enjoy myself thoroughly every single time. So I feel like it has a special place for me.
Fallout's less about characters, while Mass Effect has like deep character studies in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jared
so
just wants the helmet.
I really do. I trust me. I have looked for like a helmet only option.
Jarrod wants that to put the helmet on the skeleton in the background.
Yeah, I need something. I need something
Ooh.
else to put on the skeleton. I have the Cirque du
What the
Soleil
fuck is
mask.
on it?
What is that?
It's a Cirque du
What's on its
Soleil
face?
mask.
Oh, it gave me like Donnie Darko vibes.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you could buy the helmet from Peter after he scalps it.
No. Because Peter will be like, "Hey, I bought this thing for $242. I'll sell you the helmet for $300. Only the helmet. I'll keep everything else."
That's a good deal, man. You don't have to pay shipping.
Shut
You
up.
only wanted the helmet anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not paying $300 for the helmet.
I'll give you the game manual too.
Ooh. You don't really get those anymore.
No, you don't. Rare thing, Jarrod.
It does come with the metal.
$300.
It comes with a metal game case that I'll have nothing to put in because I bought I pre-ordered the digital copy.
Yeah.
No, I thought about it. I might. We'll see. It's one of those things where it's like it's the one time I would do this for this kind
But
of
you
thing.
already pre-ordered it digitally.
They don't.
Hasn't-
It doesn't
hasn't-
come with the game.
Of fucking
What?
course it doesn't.
The
Are you
le-
fucking kidding?
The legendary
Fucking course it
legendary
doesn't.
cache comes. It's a purely when they advertise it is purely a collectibles cache.
Oh, that. I'm unimpressed. I'm upset now.
Hey, they never lied about it. I call that pretty big. Like they never once made it say. They never said that it came with it. They said that it was
No,
a
but-
collectible cache.
But people have the mental association that these big packages come with the game as well, as with extras. I'm sure they say that, but like, I don't know. I'm still upset.
Honestly,
my blood is pumping.
based on how the quality of things like the quality of the things that came in there, I would be more mad if it was more expensive than it is. It's already expensive, but I'd be more mad if it was more expensive. Because you're talking about an $80 game on top of that, so the cash itself with the game would have been probably like $350.
I'm saying don't believe everything you see on YouTube. These people are just promoting it. You don't know what the actual quality's like. So I'm just saying, like, be careful, Jarrod.
Yeah, but you're skeptical on everything.
I am, but
Like,
look,
you-
you've given me a reason to be skeptical.
Well, you were never gonna get it.
Skeptical.
You would never get it
Skeptical.
anyways.
I mean, didn't
I'm
the
Like-
a cynic.
last
I won't deny that.
helmet or whatever that was released with the game have
That's what I
asbestos or
said.
something in it?
Yep,
No,
that's
we-
what I
we
brought
just-
up earlier.
We just had this whole conversation. You weren't
The
listening.
red Fallout.
Yeah, so
No,
the
I
red
was
Fallout thing.
listening.
The red
know,
Fallout
but
thing-
I know you
The
guys
Fallout
said
helmet was
that there
also made
problems.
of plastic, and it was literally just it was like one of those Star Wars helmets that you could get that were in like two pieces, and you'd put them together to create the helmet. It's like
I'm sure they won't find asbestos in the Mass Effect helmet.
I don't think they will.
A pretty low bar, honestly. Like,
I'd
But-
get a Master Chief helmet if they came out with like a super dope one. That one, like I want like a
it's
wearable.
not a wearable one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and see that's the draw for the Mass Effect one is like it's 1-to-1 ratio wearable. Do your thing. I don't know. I might do it. It's
Sorry,
like
babe,
the only game
Mass
that I would.
Effect helmet stays on during sex.
No, I'm pretty sure.
It's even got the voice changer.
I'm pretty. This is
My
Commander's.
favorite shop on the Citadel.
This is.
We'll bang later, okay?
The little dialogue wheel comes up.
On your you see it in like the goggles on the thing. No one else sees
I'm
it.
tired of your disingenuous assertions.
You know what's funny? So I don't know if anyone, because there's a few of you that are on Twitter. Maybe Eirk saw this. I don't know if anyone else how they paid attention to it. When they first announced the release date for it and like they brought out some details for it, they're like there's a bunch of people that posted that scene of you punching the reporter, and they're like, I cannot wait to punch this bitch in 4K Ultra HD.
Not once, but 3 times.
Oh fuck.
If
That
I
fist
punch her,
would pack a lot
if
more
I punch her,
pixels
that's a
now.
renegade action though, and I'm gonna fuck up this end of the story.
Well, you just got to go full renegade, Jack. You just got to be a complete galactic asshole.
Oh.
I think I will do that this time.
I
I've never
plan
done
on I plan on doing one playthrough as Renegade, one play as Paragon. That is my goal. It's really hard Renegade though, because you always want to make those good choices, especially the ones that are like make you seem like a real asshole. Then you're like, oh.
Yeah, kill the entire species of this innocent creature. Fuck it.
Jarrod,
Just do it.
how much does a 3D printer cost? Just buy one of those and make your own helmet.
I'm pretty sure a 3D printer costs more than what I'm
That's a
paying for
long-term
that.
investment. You can make so many
Yeah, but
helmets.
I'm pretty sure here. I'm just gonna go look up what a
Halo.
base 3D printer costs.
I think
The
they're
ch-
pretty cheap now, actually.
there are some cheap ones, but the cheap ones aren't as they can't do as much.
Okay,
They're
so
a lot more limited.
there
ones.
a small sized one that would not be big enough to make the helmet is $282. The one that is able to make the helmet and has the advanced printing for 3D is $955 US.
See, that's
Chump
not very
change.
far off.
And then but what if, I don't plan on 3D printing shit. I don't want a 3D printer.
You can make so many
Jared,
helmets.
Jared, what if I told
Like,
you you could get the helmet along with the shoulder pads?
Grayden, what if I told you I don't want the shoulder pads?
You could 3D print a
whole
female
suit.
skeleton to put next to your male skeleton, so he's not lonely anymore.
Damn.
What's the price of companionship, Jared? Priceless.
Exactly.
I don't have to pay for my companionship.
But what about
You
Skeleton
don't?
Boy?
Skeleton Boy, no, he's just I just use him for studying.
That's
rude.
fucked up.
Yeah, you said that right in front of him. That's fucked up, man.
Well,
You
Charles
can
doesn't care. Charles
Charles.
has he's tipped over on me a few times, so it's a love-hate
Oh.
relationship between the two of us.
Let's see. You could 3D print a life-size version of Bobby to hold in the night when she's not around.
I think that'd be creepy.
That's the next like body pillow phase.
I could
Yeah.
Like, after that-
I could get a
3D
laser
printed
scanner.
Waifu.
I could get a
That's
laser
my $1
scanner.
million idea.
A laser scanner for a mere $25,000.
pocket change.
Long-term
Go for it, bud.
investment. That way, if I get the laser scanner and the printer, I don't have to do the measurements and calculations for the printer. I can just scan it and the printer will print it.
Brilliant.
Printing printers.
So it's a mere $26,000 for that setup.
If you bought the expensive 3D printer, could you 3D print another 3D printer and then sell it and get your money back?
Holy shit.
They are
See,
doing like
we said it was an investment.
the extremely high-end 3D printers are actually been able to produce organs with some of them, like some of the more basic organs. They've been able to print out using tissue and cells, but those printers are like $1 million
yeah.
printers. Like those are fucking insanely expensive printers.
I don't need to find people off the street to sell me organs anymore.
Well, the issue is depending on the DNA used to print it, it is tailored to a certain type.
You need DNA? I thought it was all plastic.
No, they're not.
I just 3D printed a gallbladder.
I thought it was just cyberpunk
It's,
IRL.
it's CBS plastic. I'm sure it'll work just like a regular gallbladder.
Oh man.
It's all recyclable. It's good stuff.
Weren't they?
Peter, I get the impression that you're the kind of person who doesn't know their blood type off by hand, so I'm not too worried about 3D printing organs for you.
Do you know your blood type, Jack?
I do not, which is why I said
AB
it to Peter.
positive is mine.
Okay.
I am the universal receiver. Well, next to O positive, I am the universal receiver.
All right, that's your new
What?
nickname, Universal Receiver. Yeah. Why would you give us that fuel to work with?
What
Just
fuel? What
strictly-
fuel does that have to do? How's that fuel?
You want to be known as the
Don't worry about it,
Universal
you are.
Receiver?
Yeah, when I donate blood, I give it to the others so that other blood can be used for other people.
Jared
Well,
walks into the fucking blood donation clinic, throws the doors open wide. The Universal Receiver is here, ladies.
Well, technically, I am
It's
one
actually
of.
a glory hole.
I am one of. Believe it or not, the most common.
Or a glory hole that they stick a fucking needle through and draw its fucking blood through the wall. Then they pass him his juice box and cookies through a slightly larger glory hole.
That's good. That's funny.
I just took blood from the Universal
Believe it or not-
Receiver, ladies, girls.
The most oh shit, for Canada, the most predominant blood type is O positive, which means majority of Canadians are universal receivers. AB negative is I am a 3% of Canadians,
Hmm.
and then O negative is the
Yeah,
next
that's
most
not
is the
technically
next
true.
most popular in North America.
You're a unique universal receiver, Jerry.
I am. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm special.
Yeah, pay extra for that.
So odds
But yes,
are, if we're looking at this, odds are one of us is O positive.
Yeah. But Eirk, you are 100% correct. I do not know what my blood type is, and I should.
I don't either.
Yeah, same.
Is Jarrod the only one who knows what his fucking blood type is? That's probably a problem. That's probably a good thing to know.
Do you guys donate blood?
Probably.
Because they usually tell you when you donate blood.
Well, I keep meaning to go and donate blood, but I just haven't.
I need all my blood for myself.
I may throw the
Right.
doors open, but at least I fucking walk through those doors.
Okay,
I'm gonna go donate my plasma instead of my blood. I
Hey,
go the extra mile.
That's a good way to do too. That's important.
You get money for that.
Yeah.
Peter only donates semen.
Yeah.
No,
even then, only to certain organizations.
only the ones that are going to scalp people for their semen.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great idea.
Peter looks up. Most people look up.
Ah!
Most people look up. What's the most
The
genuine?
worst fucking thing I've ever heard. Scalp people for semen? Oh my god.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Oh jeez.
So I'm not
Here's the
even
thing.
thinking of that scalping. I'm thinking of like the Inglorious Bastards type where it's like, we're gonna go scalp some Nazis. Like, oh my god.
How much is your semen worth, though, Peter?
Let's
I don't
look
have a
that.
price on it, to be honest.
Peter, I'll give you $4.
I know that semen
For all
can
of
be
it?
expensive sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, don't like people with masters degree using shit like that who donate sperm usually get paid a lot.
That's a long-term purchase for $4.
I think horse semen is, by volume, the most expensive liquid on Earth.
What, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Why
would
do you
agree
know
with
that?
No, breeding horses is huge.
A bull semen is worth $3,000.
Like, yo, I need to invest in bulls.
You guys,
You want to become a
along-
fucking semen rancher?
I'm a
Hey,
semen
Peter.
dealer, actually.
Peter, you should hire Jarrod. I hear he's a universal receiver.
My guinea pig.
I'm not receiving any of your semen.
You're a universal receiver. What are you talking about, man?
That's fine. I still have choices.
A beautiful, idyllic countryside, sun coming up over the crest of a hill, wood fence, a rooster crows, and Peter wakes up, pours a coffee, puts a piece of straw in his mouth, and is like, time to get to work on this bull semen. Good crop this year.
Good girl. Oh,
It was a long time ago. I was working and I had handled a package, and I think I sent a Snapchat to you guys, but
Yeah,
it was
you
bull
did.
semen. And
Yep.
it was I titled it "Today I Handled Semen."
What the fuck, dude?
people ask, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I think I think I know where I'm going now.
There you go.
You know what? On second thought, the agrarian style, that's not Peter. Peter's gonna like end up like dressed in a turtleneck and like Steve Jobs. He's just like,
A hipster.
hey, listen, this is my bull semen startup.
I'm gonna go on like Dragon's Den or something like that, a pitching show. I have the universal receiver on my side, guys.
Oh,
I think we almost killed Eirk there for a second.
Oh, fucking goddamn it.
Mm. That was good.
You never know
That was
what's
The
gonna
end of-
come up
the
on
end-
Live Connection.
I was gonna say the end
Hey,
of the Live Connection podcast always gets so fucking straight off course. It's ridiculous. Like we'll usually start, we have these nice topics, and then all of a sudden there's something that just goes, and it's just
It
like,
just it started with 3D printing. That's how we got on this tangent.
So the title of this episode is going to be Semen Rancher, though, right? Or Universal Receiver.
Or both.
So many options.
$30,000 per.
Grayden, you've donated blood, I thought. What's your blood type?
I have no idea. I donated blood a long time ago. I totally forgot.
I wonder if I can get a website to tell me my blood type.
No, you
That's
can't.
Just do a quiz.
You can't. That's not how it works.
What?
It's not
is
like
my
it's not
blood
like
type?
Peter. You can just go and
There's a quiz.
Yeah, see, I knew
There
it.
is. Quiz.
I just thought of something really stupid. One thing I often say is that I don't want to get any tattoos until I donate blood, because then I might not get any tattoos anyways, because I'm kind of like pretty ambivalent on tattoos. But how would it be fucking stupid or funny as hell if I donated blood, found out my blood type, and then 6 months later when I'm allowed to get a tattoo, I fucking tattoo my blood type somewhere on myself so I never forget.
I believe
All right,
people
Pierre,
actually do
I got
that.
the quiz. Pierre, how do you react whenever you get in trouble for something? A. Feel ashamed and avoid talking to anyone for the rest of the day. B. I will take the full responsibility if it's my fault.
Oh, Peter,
C,
that's not
handle
Peter.
it with coolness. D. Damn it! Fuck!
That
I think
All right,
Steve-
those are the options.
I think it's D. How many
That sounds
questions
about
are there?
right. 14.
No, fuck.
my God.
But it's a real test. It will
is
figure out your blood
stupid.
type.
Yeah.
This is the
Send the
dumbest
link,
thing.
We'll all do the test.
There's an idea.
I quit out of it, but I'll bring it back.
Yeah, see, the fact that I know my blood type, I'd be a good one to test out this theory.
Actually, I found the quiz. It's just the first one on Google, isn't it? The
Yeah.
Pro Profs quizzes. Shout out, I
Yeah.
guess.
Pro props quizzes.
Yeah.
See, the first link that came up on mine was blood.ca for Canadian Blood Services.
No, you don't want to go there. That's
Yeah,
not credible.
That doesn't sound right.
I typed in what is my blood type. Did you put in like something else after that?
I put blood type
What
quiz.
is my blood type quiz?
My God. Oh goodness.
Alright.
Well, we can
I
do
wanna
that,
be a
and then
universal receiver too.
if you want to see what your blood type is, join the Discord.
Put in the comments
And we
what
will-
you get from this quiz.
We'll tell you what our blood types was based on this quiz.
Join the Live Connection Discord for
Yeah.
more discourse regarding blood types and bull semen.
That's us.
Uh,
And yeah, have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone.
have a great Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.